So I'm Dennis from Wax Solutions, and today I want to show you a bit of how we see the future of paper coatings and what we are doing in this area. So my pitch usually starts like a start of a bad joke. So I'm asking you what you think what could be the common sense between salami, oil production, and paper. And well, that sounds a bit weird. However, there is some logic behind it. So we are not a startup made from a garage or something, but we are basically a spin-off from a German producer of a coating for salami. So you probably all know this kind of salami with some pepper coating. And this kind of coating is made by the production company which carved us out. It is a liquid process, and they have been asked by a paper manufacturer if they could handle some natural waxes for barrier applications. And they started to do that and brought these natural waxes into emulsions, and then we found, well, what we just did there was something which could be a very interesting sustainability offer for the paper industry and could replace plastics made from oil. And that's the link between salami paper and oil. And what has happened so far in the last 1.5 to 2 years is that we basically, as a startup, became bigger and really started to market this product. This product follows our mission, which is we replace plastics, and especially fossil-based plastics, with this product, which is a bio-based paper coating. So what is it? What is in this bottle except for, well, water and some secret ingredients? We started working with natural-based waxes, and we formulated it with different other natural materials. Well, that's the secret of the whole story, but it's different bio-based materials, and the very important point is that these materials are bio-based and plastics-free, which then makes it a very good choice to replace plastics in paper coatings. What can they do? So they have some functionalities. If you apply them on paper, you can get barriers against water vapor, and grease. And one side, of course, is the barrier and the functionality, but the other side, it's very important to have the recyclability of the whole paper, because if you, after use of the paper packaging, you need to burn it, that's not really helpful for sustainability at all. So our coating enables a good recycling process, does not interfere negatively with the recycling process, and therefore helps sustainability again. As I said, we are carved out of a medium-sized enterprise, and therefore we have an advantage in comparison probably with other startups. So we have already the capacity to scale at large-scale volumes, and already can talk to paper customers and converters at a good size. And if you ask us to deliver a couple of hundreds of tons of material, we would probably not be completely afraid. So what are our solutions in fact? So we have 3 different areas we're working in. So the first thing is what we started with as the first product which has been developed, which is basically a barrier additive. So you take a basic polymer dispersion or polymer-made barrier dispersion, and you use our additive for 2 reasons. On the one side, you add a bio-based content, which is good for the sustainability effect. On the other side, you boost the functionalities. So the functionalities which are existing in the barrier coating are improved. For us, this was a good start for sustainable working in the paper business, but it was not really the end. So we decided that we take our barrier, build a natural binding system around it, and make it a full solution, which is ready to use. So these are BAVA Wrap and Print. BAVA, by the way, our brand, BAVA, short for Barrier Waxes, well, supports our name as a company, Wax Solutions. And what is BAVA Wrap and Print is basically ready to use solutions with these barriers. So all 3 barriers in one coating layer, either wrap for the paper industry, like for wrapping papers, for any kind of burger wrapping, sandwich wrapping, or for deli counter wrapping papers, and also applicable with the existing technology. So it's a drop-in solution, and BAVA Print is basically optimized for any kind of printing technology, so flexo, gravure, offset, etc. Today our solution has one issue: it is not heat sealable, which is of course important if you want to go into flexible packaging. And so we saw the next big step for us to be heat sealable, and we have actually achieved heat sealability on a bio-based level, which is very difficult to achieve, but we made it possible in the lab, and we are funded by a funding program by the German local or federal government of North Rhine-Westphalia and the European Union. And this program will support us in scaling it to market levels, so that we can also basically sell it and make it available for the market, which will be then, we call it Baba Flex, our version or solution for flexible packaging, which really can then replace plastics at a large scale level. So that's it. That's VAX Solutions. I'm very glad for any kind of questions. If you have any, feel free to visit our booth to talk to me afterwards. And if you have barrier issues, if you want to replace plastics, we're very happy to support you in that. Thank you very much.